Welcome to episode 12. We're going to do things a little different today, I think. I've been thinking. Probably the biggest thing is, in my last recording session, the audio did not actually capture. And that's not a good thing. I kind of depend on the audio to be captured. So I have to look in and fix that. The other thing is, I've been thinking about presentation. There's a lot of empty time in videos, especially Minecraft videos. And I was thinking, time lapses are actually kind of cool, so I figured maybe I'd do a time lapse with some music set to it. And that seems to be working out in this video. Basically, this was all just a happy accident. So I've also been thinking about reworking the mine. The industrial furnaces and all that, I love those ideas, but I can't decide if it should go near the surface or at the bottom. I don't know. But then it occurs to me, if I'm going to have an industrial furnace, I need to be able to mine faster in order to justify those ultra-fast furnaces. In order to mine faster, I need a beacon. And for that, I need to go to the Nether. I haven't spent much time in the Nether. Really, I've just kind of gone there for the basics. Now, in order to get a beacon, I need to hunt wither skeletons. Wither skeletons are in the Nether, and they're in nether fortresses. Really, this place is still very raw and unrefined. To be honest, I still have to pillar up into the nether fortress, which I was lucky enough to happen to be right next to the portal that I spawned out. While I'm eager to go on a wither skull hunt, it's this unrefined and rushed approach that really ends up costing me today. See, the problem is, I haven't mapped this place out in my head. I really don't know the full extent of the fortress, and it's easy to get lost. Nether fortresses have twists, turns, and with blazes, wither skeletons, and the like, running around in the dark is asking for trouble. I spend a fair amount of time just exploring, gathering loot, and placing torches just so I don't get lost. Now don't get me wrong, this was a really successful run. By the time I ended up running into trouble, I actually already had 2 wither skeleton skulls. I actually find exploring in the Nether fairly comfortable, and when I'm not also trying to hunt for creatures, it's really relaxing. But basically, my problem is I'm hunting for resources at the exact same time. My attention's divided, and that turns out to be a very costly mistake. Honestly, running around on top of a fortress is usually a pretty bad idea. When you get hit by a blaze or a ghast, it does tend to send you flying. So it's important that when you're running around on top of this, you're really aware of what's going around you, and not distracted by trying to get loot and getting drops. It's at this point, in hindsight, that I've gotten to know the whole place, but really secured none of it. I have good kit, a looting sword, a fast pick, a good bow, and some arrows. All of that gets lost when I get overwhelmed and blasted over the edge by a rogue ghast, and I die. Alright, so that was pretty much how the episode was going to go and was going to end. But since we had the audio error, I did some work off camera and just kind of refined it. Dying was not fun. Losing the looting sword was not fun, but I worked my way back up to a looting sword, so I've got a looting sword. I also went in and grabbed some cows. Now I need to go back into the overworld and get some buckets here. But you know, this was a real learning experience for me. You know, I suppose the biggest one was don't go in unprepared, especially into the Nether. You know, no matter how many times you've been there. I'm not a noob per se. You know, I've been in the Nether before. I know what's there, and I got cocky. And I paid the price. And there's really nothing I can do about that. It was just a dumb mistake. And so, you know, hopefully I'll learn from that and won't do it again. So I'm just going to grab some buckets. I'm going to go get some milk. I don't need all these buckets, but I'm going to grab a few. Yeah, I'll just grab a whole bunch of stuff. Because I don't want to run into that same position again, where I really don't have anything to speak of. That was not a great moment for me. So I'm just gonna kind of roll with it. You know, you live and you learn, and that's all you can do sometimes. So that's just the way it is. So, a little humbled. That's okay. Alright. Kind of want to keep track of everything. I'm kind of prioritizing a little bit based on what I'm going to need and what I'm going to use. Because I really learned my lesson last time. I will never let that happen again. Not if I can help it. So, Alright. Milk, 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 milk. Plenty of milk. Alright, now I realize that's a lot of iron, but I'm not trying to make the same mistake again here. I'm just trying to walk into there prepared because I don't want to die. Because part of the problem I had was I kept on getting withered. I kept on getting blazes just in my face, and that wasn't good. So obviously I've been doing a little refinement, taking it slow, making this more accessible. If I need to go back and get something, it's not as painful now. So I've been putting in some nether brick stairs here and there. I've been refining it. Got a nice little furnace set up going here. I've been making nether brick and storing all my stuff. I see I've got my 2 wither skeleton skulls right there, which is good. You know, not great. I've been just kind of building a more secured base. Now, I actually went in and refined especially the entrance and started mapping this place out. I built a little bridge across here so now I don't have to pillar up. This is where I was pillaring up before. I've also started cutting out superfluous corridors. Now I know I can run down here and get withers, but I also don't need to run around here all the time. So before this was just an empty gap here, and you would have to go all the way down there and all the way back up here, and that just took time. Now I can just see if there's wither skeletons down there and just go for them. So I've done that in a couple of places. Hello. Yes. Give to me your drops. I know this place better now. I'm not going to say I know it by hand or by heart, but I know it better. I really doubt I'm going to die. So here's hoping I'm right, right? Okay. Now the biggest problem I had last time was blazes knocking me around. You know, they do a certain amount of knockback when you get hit, and definitely those that gassed fireball knocked me clear into the lava, and that was not fun. But this is my main, I don't know if you'd call it a courtyard. Yeah, I'll call it a courtyard. Hello. And this is where most of my creatures are going to be spawning. I've got blazes, and blazes are still desirable to get, you know, blaze powder, and not freaking out, right? Good. Now, I also added, ooh, come on, there we go. Good enough. Eat. I also added in fences, and we'll take a look at those here in a second if I can. Fences to the edges here so that I would not get blown off or knocked off or kind of run towards the edge and then fall to my death, which had happened. That was, you know, definitely a contributing factor. Oh. So I don't want to have that problem again. And look at me, I'm just dying, I'm dying. Stay away from those goddamn blazes. Alright. Now. Staying safe. He sees me. Have to expend some arrows on this guy. Don't really want to, but you know, really what we're trying to do is get that last wither skeleton skull, and I have no idea if I'm going to get him or not. Honestly, it'll be tough, and what complicates it is those 2 blaze spawners. I'm half thinking about destroying one of them, for the simple reason that I need one of them for a blaze spawner, and that's about it. Everything else can just kind of go take a hike. So, oh, look at that. All right. Get anything? Oh, look at that! Right away. That was hardly any time. Oh my gosh. Awesome. Oh, now I just gotta make it back alive. Oh, great. Great Scott. Oh, I was so lucky. I was running around forever and got 2 of them. Then just in here for a couple seconds, got 1, and we're good. Now if I die, this is going to be bad. But I'm heading out of this place. I have to go back, make some arrows, get a good solid bow with some decent enchantments on it. We're going to kill ourselves a wither. Now, that brings us to the other problem, which is basically that I don't know that I have a ton of resources to make a pyramid out of our, resource blocks. But that being said, I'm fairly certain that if I set up one high enough, I should be able to dig out sufficient resources to be able... Oh, we made it. Of course, I'm not out of the Nether yet. We should be able to pull out sufficient resources to expand that pyramid as we go. So I should be able to do that without any real problem. So, got our wither skeletons, our wither skulls, grab our really important resources, things that I want to make sure I take with me and or care about. I have a ton of milk, but hey, right? So I think I'll put the milk in here. We'll just store that. I know I'm going to need some for fighting the actual wither itself, but I'll be doing that in the overworld. I shouldn't need too much. A decent wither fight shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't take too long. So yeah, that's my over insane preparations. Just kind of securing the place. So that totally worked out. That was much easier. Now I did put in a lot more work, a lot more running around, and it was hard, and it was challenging, it was fun. And I did get 2 wither skulls, but wouldn't you know it, you do enough preparation, you just bam, you immediately get you immediately get the payoff right there. So that was nice. That was nice. So I was actually expecting to run around the Nether for most of the rest of this episode, but I don't have to anymore because suddenly Minecraft likes me because I prepped. But I don't know, I guess that's like a principle of work. You put in the work, you get the payoff. But honestly, I wasn't expecting it that fast. That was amazing. Now, I think to keep things simple, I could go digging around for arrowheads. Now, see, okay, the problem I have right now is I don't have very many arrows left. And if I'm going to take on the wither, I'm going to need more than just one single piece of flint to make arrows with. Because, let's see. If I try and make arrows with what I have right now, I'll have, let's see, an arrow. 4 arrows for all that. So, I mean, it's not good. Now, like I said, I could go down in the mine if I want, or I can look at it this way. I hate cobble, or I hate gravel. I don't like the way it looks. I think it looks hideous. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dig up the cobble that I have in the town. My villagers aren't running around, so they're not going to care. So I'll just grab this, and I'm going to have to sleep here. So I'll just run up this road really quick. Look for maybe like 10 of these, if I can get them. That'll be about right. Just dig up the road. Villages are in the house screaming. There's 1. Good. 2. 3. Of course, I can all put this right back on down if I want, but I don't want. 5. 6. Alright. And we'll head back towards the house and just mine out the road along the way. Now, I do use this road a fair amount, so I'll have to replace this rather sooner. 8. 9. Come on. 10. Alright. So that'll give me a decent amount of arrows, at least a stack, and that's most of what I need. Let's just sleep really quick. Alright. Let's cook some chicken. Looks good. Get some of our arrows ready to go. So we'll grab these. Put these here. And 49 arrows. That's not a ton. Well, let's just grab a few more. We'll put this milk in the chest. Alright. Cruising. So if I grab 10 to 9 more, I should be able to get a stack and a half, and that seems about okay. I don't feel like I need a ton. If I suddenly do, criminy, that's gonna not be fun. But we'll just have to see. I'm probably gonna set up like a battle chest, if that makes any sense, like with milk and extra weapons and whatever I might need, some armor, so that if I do die, I can pick up an extra set on the way back down to wherever it is. I'll probably sleep by where I kill it, not like right by it, but within running distance, just so that I have an advantage going up against this this particular wither that I'll be spawning. Now, I think I've fought a wither before in survival. I don't really remember, and that might get me killed. But it shouldn't be too hard as long as I have decent weapons, right? You know, don't want to walk in, you know, with just a regular plain old diamond sword. That's not going to do any good. I need something with some decent teeth on it. I'm probably going to do a little research as far as how to kill the wither. So this is, I think the rest of this video is going to be about wither prep. So yeah, just getting resources. God, you know, this village was really a good thing. I was thinking about, should I start in the village, should I not? But man, this thing has really boosted me far. Moving in at this village was probably the best decision in the game for me. This particular world, I guess. Might have been cheating to some, but to me it was just clever thinking, you know. Alright, that's about 2 stacks. Not bad. We'll just put the rest of this away, and we'll relay that road later, I think. Yeah. Sorry, villagers. Alright, let's put this in the nether loot. Awesome. That doesn't go there. Coal doesn't. Gonna need this guy, so let's see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Okay. Let's go. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm making wood. All right. Now, I'm gonna need better bow. We've got unbreaking. That's good. We're probably gonna want something cooler than that. Do we have anything cool? Bane of arthropods, protection, sharpness, protection, efficiency, aquafini. Nothing great. We'll probably end up putting this on our armor. And that'll have to do, I think. So can I merge these two? I can't remember if I can merge books together. Yes, I can. Alright. We'll use protection 2. That'll be great. I wonder if I can make any special books, maybe. Might help me out here. Yeah. Feather falling is always good. Sharpness. That's always good, I guess. Protection. Lots of protection. It's a good day for protection. Oh, there's power. The second I don't have any levels. Alright. Well, let's see. I think that's everything. I'm gonna go apply this Well, looks like I'll have to do some resource grabbing to get all this ready for my armor. Let's start a chest. We'll need a chest specifically for my wither fight, right? Yeah. Go here. Grab this here chest. Now, in this chest, we are going to, I'm going to put all this by my tools and whatnot. There we go. We put everything we need to make the withered. We're going to put our arrows and our bow. Smite 5. Yeah, I was able to get Smite 5. Took a while, but I was able to do it. Oh, it's a good looting sword though. Of course I went and got my looting sword back. I'll admit it, I cheated a little bit. No shame, no shame. Yeah, protection 2. And shouldn't need feather falling. But we will need food. Right, gonna take a double stack of food just in case. Gonna make sure that our armor goes in there. Right, gonna make sure we enchant that all appropriately. We're gonna take a look at everything here, do a full inventory, because the last thing I want to do is suddenly, embarrassingly, die. That's not gonna be good. I will not feel good about that at all. Now, I can probably make a few apples if I want, but nah, I don't care that much. Alright, so looks good. I think the last thing I want to do is I'm going to go grab my gold armor. Where was that? I had my gold armor somewhere. Yeah, we'll slip this on as we do some prep. Boop, boop, boop. Alright. Last thing I want to do is go in and find a decent place to have this fight. I'm going to fight it underground. I am shameless that way. I could go and have like a surface fight if I really want, but you know, if I can pick my battlefield, I will. So I think what I'll do is I'll put it a ways down here. I'm going to be digging this way anyway, so I might as well set this thing up back here. That strikes me as decent, you know. We'll dig back a ways. How are we doing? Yeah, pretty good. Keep going. All right. I'm actually kind of getting nervous just setting this up. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, that seems okay. Okay. So, let's see. What I'm gonna do, create a few like dodge holes. When I mean dodge holes, I mean just little spots where I can safely just back away and get, you know, into some cover. I'm not really worried about the resources around here. No biggie. Now I know that he's going to kind of use this to slow himself down. I don't want to build too many of these. I just want to make sure that I can get some distance. Yes, distance. But still manage to get into some decent cover. Because he's going to be shooting his little wither blast doohickeys at me. Yeah. And I don't want him to hit me unnecessarily. So I'm also going to clear these up so I have a nice clean line of sight. Got some double torches along the way. And yeah, that's pretty good. Alright. So I'm not, you know, in this world I'm not really going to worry about the diamonds on the floor. Yes, I will. What am I saying? It's diamonds. This is part of the fun of this world. These things are everywhere. Alright. Okay, so now we'll just go out and build a little chamber to put this guy in. That will be our preparations. Alright. Okay. So, that will be basically feet, shoulders. Is that 5? Hang on, let's check that. Call that the wither. Let's make sure I'm doing that right. Minecraft wither. Yep, that'll be perfect. That'll actually be just slightly a little too deep. Okay, so basically it's going to go torso or waist, you know, torso, arm, head. This will need to go here. And yeah, I think as long as we don't have any lava nearby, we are a-okay. Should really check for that. Yeah, definitely gonna check for that. Alright, well I think that'll wrap it up for this episode. If you liked what you saw today, especially if you like the new format of the video, please leave a comment, leave a like. I love to hear about that type of thing. It really helps to, you know, get some feedback from viewers and things like that when they do come. And it's always much appreciated. So if you want to see more of this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Otherwise, we will see you next time.